All right, welcome everybody. This is going to be Civ4 AI Survivor. This is Season 5, Game 3. This game, just to set the scene, we have 6 AI leaders in this game. And I need to put my picks in, don't I? Let me do that real quick while I'm doing the introduction here. So we have 6 AI leaders in this game, and most of the picking contest is split between one of two outcomes that it's going to be either a domination victory led by Julius Caesar, or it's going to be some kind of peaceful victory condition, with most people who have a peaceful condition picking um, Gandhi, with a little smaller group picking Elizabeth. But Caesar and Gandhi seem to be the two favorites for this particular game. And I'm just finishing putting my predictions in, which I have already done in the picking contest, but should have done here earlier. This is our setup. We have Caesar's in the bottom left-hand corner, so he's the favorite of all. About 60% of the picking contest has him to win, and about 30% has Gandhi to win. And then there's a dark horse Elizabeth candidacy, and then the other three don't really have much of a following. So, yeah, surprisingly few votes for the Gandhi Gandhi domination victory, as Luddite said. But with no further ado, let's get started. So we want to watch to see where the settlers are going. Now we know Gandhi's going to found a religion. He's the only one who starts with mysticism out of this group. So he loves religion. So he's basically guaranteed to found one. The question is, how many religions does he found? Because he's definitely going to found at least one, probably multiple ones. So where are these settlers going? Watch where the archers are moving. That's where the settlers are going. Gandhi is heading west. That's good. So this is kind of important. Where was Suleiman? Oh, and the Barbs, do they have archery? I believe they do, but let's just double check on that. We want to make sure the Barbs have archery so their cities are not defended by warriors. I think we made that change, but there we go. So we do have that. Thanks for the reminder. If Suleiman went to the west, he might crowd Caesar, and that would be bad for the two of them long term. But him going east does mean Suleiman's more likely to get pulled into conflict with Gandhi, which could be good, could be bad. Gandhi, I'm sure, would prefer not to be in conflict with anyone. If Gandhi and Suleiman end up with different religions, yeah. Yeah, their two are moving straight towards each other, and Gandhi's going to get the holy city. Looks like, well, let's see, we've got 2 cities down right now. So Caesar's picked a spot here, pretty good. Floodplains tile that he can work. Has a sheep resource. If he needs to get animal husbandry for this spot. Caesar's researching hunting. If he goes ag or animal husbandry, that would be a nice start for him, but we'll see if he actually heads in that direction or not. Animal husbandry would also let Caesar hook up his horses, although he doesn't have wheel tech, so he doesn't know they're there yet. We also had Hammurabi found up here on the northern coast. Good city long term. Needs to pop borders though. Kind of weak before it pops borders. All the food resources are in the second ring. Also, not really the direction he wants to go in terms of claiming lands. Like, this is a very safe spot. So not a terrible city, but certainly could do better. All right. So Gandhi picks what is probably the best spot he could for his second city. Wet rice in the first ring, pigs in the second ring, some calendar resources. Going to be a holy city. And I suspect Mehmed, is he going to settle on... Where is he going with this settler? Is he going for the wines? Nope. Not a great city for Mehmed. Decent production for being on the hill, but the food bonus is in the second ring, so not ideal there. Freddie has gone onto the west... Ooh. He settled a city with its food bonus in the second ring, but he does have floodplain, so that makes it a decent city. No production capacity here, though. Very weak in terms of production. Not awful, but... And he does claim land towards Caesar, so that's nice for him. But I wouldn't say this is a great spot. Could be a lot better, for sure. Caesar going for mysticism's kind of a shocker, honestly. Not the tech he should be researching. He needs to get agriculture. That's what he needs to unlock his start. Agricultural animal husbandry. Oh well. And then Elizabeth has founded a city. Yeah, another city with the food in the second ring, which is not great. Ottomans, at least by virtue of starting with agriculture, have hooked up the wet rice immediately. Gandhi, same thing. Gandhi also needs to go for agriculture, but he's on the religious path. Well, everybody on mysticism right now. Everybody and their mom going for that. So Gandhi's going to get the religion. We know that. And Suleiman going for... Well, he's not going to get it because Gandhi's on meditation. We'll see if Suleiman switches over to polytheism or not. Hammurabi is on polytheism. So Gandhi, of course, picks Hinduism. It's a little weird anytime you see, we have choose religions on for the game. It's a little weird anytime you see that someone who starts with meditation and then picks Hinduism from meditation, since that's by default the Buddhism religion. A lot of people canceled their mysticism research once the religion was taken. Now, who gets this religion will be pretty significant. Is it going to be Hammurabi? Is Gandhi going to try to go double religions? No. Gandhi going for... so it looks like Hammurabi is going to get the other religion. And I don't know if that's too good for Gandhi, honestly. Another religion based on one of the... another religion for one of the peaceful civs up here. That's probably not great for him. I guess we'll see. Suleiman going for the early masonry is... I guess it's because he really wants to hook up the stone at his capital. Could be worse, since he's got the food bonuses here. It's not as bad as it would be for others. Caesar going for agriculture is a great sign for him. Also, look at this. He's... Oh my god. Imperialistic trait. Holy cow. He's 4 turns from a settler already on turn 10 of the game. Imperialism in action. And this is not even a bad move, because while he doesn't have agriculture, his city's not going to grow. So why not take advantage of that time to pump out a super fast settler? Honestly, not the dumbest thing in the world. But yeah, he's going to have an extremely fast third city here, like as fast as we've ever seen in AI Survivor. Now he needs to build more workers and get agriculture tech done. Anyway, so right now these are the kind of turns where generally not a lot's going on. Gandhi is also researching agriculture, which is smart because he's got that wet corn at his capital. Freddie also researching it. He's got the wet wheat at his capital, so he can definitely take advantage of that. Elizabeth, the early pottery, not a good research choice for her. She needs animal husbandry desperately. That is what will unlock her start. She did connect her ivory, which is nice. Gives her some extra production, but horses, pigs, and she's got cows at the second city, so she needs animal husbandry, and that is her key tech. But by going pottery, she's going to delay that for a while, so not great for her. Hammurabi's still on polytheism, so he's going to found a religion here in Akkad. Yeah, Lizzie does want cottages. That's what her AI emphasis is for. So yeah, we've actually got a settler out now from... Did he finish the settler? Oh yeah, it's already headed north. Wow. Caesar's just... Jeez, he's just so freaking fast. One of the reasons why Imperialistic is so good for these games is just to get settlers out on the map fast. Now, this is not the greatest spot to pick for a city. Remember, the AI settles for resources, period. Not resources it can use, just resources. So this is not a great spot, honestly. But I guess it could borrow the corn? I don't know. Not a lot of food, though. Not the best spot, but whatever. How about Suleiman? Does he have a settler? Out of curiosity, no. I don't know if he's even started. No, he's got one in his... building one in his second city with the imperialistic bonus. I don't know. We're about to see polytheism founded here, though, so... What religion he picks? He picks Taoism for some reason. I guess he has no particular preference for any religions. And there's some barb archers starting to pop up. So, do you know if Soren tested with number of... No, the AI just tries to settle for resources, period. There's not a check on like whether they can use them or not. It's not the worst thing for them to emphasize because resources are important in the game. But in theory, it would be better for them to try and emphasize resources they can actually use. So Gandhi looking pretty good here. Let's do like our quick check of who has actually improved their resources. Like, look at Gandhi. He's improved the rice. He's done the best thing you can do if you lack animal husbandry, which is to mine a pig's hill tile. It turns into a 5 production tile. Makes it a very useful tile. He still has not farmed this, though, so that's not great. His second city is better improved than his original city. And what's going on here? He's building a farm on a normal grassland tile instead of building a farm on the 6-food wet corn. So yeah, AI awesomeness for sure. Let's see, Suleiman. Oh, okay. So this is why he wanted the stone. 6-turn Stonehenge. That's actually a nice wonder for him because he has no easy way to expand borders. Now he should have connected the stone. Oh, he did connect the stone. That's why it's so fast. Yeah, wow, 6-turn Stonehenge, jeez. Alright, buddy. I mean, he's got the food here from working these 2 tiles. And he's actually got a settler out too. Both of his settlers have gone towards Gandhi, by the way. Neither has gone towards Caesar. Now, I don't know where this one's headed. I don't know. Is it going for the gold over here? Did we give Gandhi fast workers? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Note that his worker... oh, wait, I guess he technically does have a non-fast worker here, doesn't he? He has one non... I guess he does have one non. Okay, well, we should fix that, I guess. Now that it's in the... now that it's here on a tile by itself, I guess we can fix that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we should have caught that from the beginning. But, oh well. This settler is very vulnerable to this Barb Archer. What you doing, Mehmed? Alright, well, fortunately, it's early enough in the game that Barb Archers won't go into orders. This city has very little in the way of food, but it is going to bring him another happiness resource, so that's nice. GG. Yeah. So anyway, there's a bunch of leaders that have units out on the map right now, or settlers out on the map, excuse me. Elizabeth does not, but the other leaders do. See, there's a settler here, and there's one here from Frederick who's heading east, not south towards Caesar. Kind of interesting. In terms of capital improvement, Caesar has connected the corn, and he's doing the correct thing of going to animal husbandry, which will connect the food he needs at his second city. So Caesar's taking a smart path through the tech tree thus far. Looking good out of the gate here, I have to say. He farmed this tile. Okay, buddy. I guess you know what? He doesn't have wheels, so he can't see the resource yet, but he will get it at some point. Over here, the borders. Oh, okay. Our borders expanded. I was like, what's that notification? I'm gonna keep an eye on where Freddy's settler is going. I was gonna say he might be in danger from archers because this one has a promotion, but with 2 units defending it, he should be okay. Where is he sitting? All right, I guess that's not the worst spot. No production at all, though. Like, absolutely no production. Freddy seems determined to establish cities that have... Like, I don't think there's a single hill anywhere in the 21 tile radius of this city. Not one. So this city has 0 production whatsoever. It does have food, don't get me wrong, and it would make a nice cottage spot. You can toss cottages down along the river. Like, he can't see the uranium, so you could cottage this. Yeah, dry rice barely counts as a resource. 4 food resources are like barely a food resource. But at least he did pick, you know, he has connected his resources. He did get the wheat connected. He did get the pigs connected. And because he has animal husbandry, he'll get the horses connected soon. So it's not the worst early game start from Freddy. I've seen worse, certainly. All right. So where's the Hammurabi settler going? He just finished one. He was trying to build Stonehenge, didn't get it. Headed towards Gandhi. And Gandhi should have a settler out too. All right, here we go. We got a settler race right here. Gandhi on this tile and Hammurabi on this tile. I know some people like this gem spot for Gandhi, so we'll see. All right, well, he didn't get that spot. That's not great for Gandhi that he doesn't get that spot. He's being crowded. Like Suleiman's pushed towards him, Liz is pushed towards him, and what's this guy named? Hammurabi. They've all pushed towards him. So Gandhi maybe not quite as much land as we were thinking he would get. And meanwhile, Caesar seems like he still has a fair bit of room over there. But he does have a settler out, so let's see where this one ends up going. Is he going to go to the gems? Looks like he's headed for the gems. He's going to need ironworking to use them, though. And Gandhi might not research ironworking for a while, because it's got the military tech flavors associated with it. So I wouldn't, like, Gandhi's still not in a bad position or anything like that. Just, I would say the early game has maybe not developed quite as well as he was hoping for. If he settles on the gem, though, he will get them hooked up much faster than normal. Because they actually, well, he's going to settle here. I don't know why he would want this. I guess he's going to settle on this spot. I guess there is a grassland gem. They're not all under the... So he is going to have gems connected. So that's nice. He gets the free happiness, as opposed to having to wait for ironworking. But there's no food for this city. Like, there's no food bonuses here, so I wouldn't say it's like a great spot. Still not bad. Not bad, but not as good as maybe people were thinking. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh my god, Elizabeth. Lizzie, what are you doing? Are you just determined to, like, flash enough leg at Mehmed to get him to attack you? Why? Why this spot? Why? You don't even control your own first ring tiles. And with this city having Stonehenge, you're never going to control your own first ring tiles. I mean, I guess she's settling with the logic that she wants the corn, but she's never going to get this corn resource. This just looks like a city that's determined to be captured later on. I don't think it gets culture flipped. It is a possibility. The problem is the city would have to get up to 500 culture before this city gets to 10 culture, and I don't think that's going to happen, but it is possible. Liz trying to throw the game with first to die. She did settle straight to the south. What's she doing at her capital? Did she? All right, so she still has not she still has not connected her 6 food pig style yet, so that's not great. But she did get the horses, so she will at least have some kind of unit. I don't know though. I don't know about this start, man. Like, once again, her food bonuses are in the second ring, and she doesn't have it. Instead, she's building cottages she can't even work because she doesn't have enough food. AI at its best. Tossing down those cottages with no food to work them doesn't seem like a great start, honestly. So Rome's got another settler out. If he's smart, he'll grab the these 2 resources, the cows and the fish. That would be the smart place to go. Honestly, settling on this desert tile would be a really nice spot because it would take it. It would like make something out of this garbage spot. We'll see where it goes though. I'm curious which. Oh, settled on the incense. Okay. Now the problem with this is it has no food bonuses in the first ring, and that's why this is a bad spot. This is good because you get the desert tile back. This is even better, arguably, because it has both food bonuses in the first ring. So that's kind of garbage. That said, the capital's borders will pop in 14 turns, and then it'll get this in range, but not too good. He really needs a fishing boat there. But Rome is out to 4 cities, and there's another settler in production right now to grab a 5th spot. So Rome is ballooning up nicely here. Caesar doing what he does. Now, Caesar's going to crash his economy in the process, but he could just go take territory from someone else later. And now he's got the horses connected too. I mean, this is, wow. Look at that. 24 production per turn on his settler. Whew. Gonna fill up that map real awful quick with this setup. Jeez, man. He has another settler here. I mean, he's going to destroy his economy, but that can be fixed. The territory, once it's gone, so. All the cities. He just wants all the cities. Still, we don't want to focus just on Caesar. So, for instance, Suleiman did get a nice spot over here. This can borrow the... Now, he's not using it, but in theory, he should borrow this food resource over to this city, and it's going to grab him copper, which is nice. Not that he doesn't even know the resource is there yet. But that's a nice spot to grab. Gives him a little bit more territory because he was at the potential of being squeezed. But like Caesar just has, like, there's room for cities here. There's room for at least 1 more city here. There's room for, I mean, he can easily get up to like 7 or 8 cities without attacking anyone. And the south down here is not that bad either. Like, there's room for a good city here and a room for a not completely terrible city here. Plus, I mean, he's probably not going to settle the Southern Tundra anytime soon. But there is... I mean, Gandhi's got room for some nice cities down here, too. Like this little green patch here, a crab there. The north up here... Actually, Freddy has room for some decent cities in the far north, too. Meanwhile, Liz is still doing Elizabeth things. I wouldn't say it's been a great showing from her. How about Hammurabi? Does he have a settler? Let's see who has a settler out on the map right now. Gandhi does not have a settler. Those are all workers. That's a worker as well. I don't know if there's any settlers out on the map. Oh, Freddy has one here, heading to the north. Let's see where he goes with this spot. Freddy not exactly working to lock down that border with Caesar. He's been mostly going to the north throughout this game. Or no, never mind. He turned around and walked back into Berlin again. Maybe he got spooked by a barbarian somewhere. All right, now he's moved back again. Okay. So Caesar's on bronze working. Needs to get to iron working, obviously. His economy kind of sucks, though. So... And it's only going to get worse as he tosses out more settlers. Does Caesar have a settler out? He just finished one in his capital, so we'll just have to see where that goes. Might just have it sit in his capital because he... Oh, never mind. There's another one down here. Okay. Where is he going with this? Is he going to settle on the marble? He should be grabbing this spot over here. All right, workboat. Not that he can do anything with that workboat, because he stupidly didn't settle with the fishing range. Anyway, so Freddy going up here does have a very low odds chance to have this barbarian kill a settler, but that would be like 1% odds or something. No, Barb didn't even take the odds. He's going to settle on the silver. I mean, a lot of nice resources here. A little low on food, but with a workboat, this is a nice spot. We'll have to connect it back to his capital, but more happiness is always good. And Caesar did settle on the marbles with the 2 production center tile. It's kind of a garbage city otherwise, though, let's be honest. This is a 3 food tile if you can expand borders, but certainly this is not the spot I would pick if I was considering where to settle. And his economy is not going to be very good as a result of that. I guess he's managing 11 beakers per turn. I guess that's not terrible for this early on. Still, he'll have to improve. He's got another settler out too, doesn't he? Oh, now, all right, so he's going to go settle this corner. Man, is he good at crashing his economy. This is a much better spot for a city. All right. Once again, the food's in the second ring. I don't believe he has mysticism yet, unfortunately, which is pretty bad. Yeah, he needs mysticism pretty badly. He needs to pop these borders because all his new cities don't have any food. All their food bonuses are in the second ring. That or get up to writing so he can get libraries. Just needs to pop borders somehow. Well, anyway, Gandhi is still on 3 cities, although he is getting granaries. And Elizabeth is still on 3 cities. Meanwhile, the Ottomans have another settler in the north. Where are those settlers at, Elizabeth? Why aren't you expanding? And Hammurabi's still on 3 cities. Yeah, some of these peaceful leaders just don't expand that well. Their economies are good, but they actually don't expand great. All right, Suleiman looks like he's probably going to settle either on this tile or this tile. Let me just advance the turn and see. All right, he is going to settle on this tile. Not bad. Ivory and grassland cow for some food. Not bad. How about down here? Has this city gotten any culture? Nope. Getting closer. And gonna have a great profit here. So we'll see what he does with that great profit. He could look to light bulb or religion, I suppose. Boy, wow, Elizabeth's score is really lagging in this game. Like really lagging. I didn't think there was a realistic chance of this city flipping, but this Istanbul's only 20 turns from popping borders, and if this city doesn't get some culture in it, it legitimately does have a chance to flip away. Kind of crazy. Yeah, Hammurabi's high in score, but remember, Hammurabi is an early holy city, and that gives you a lot of score points that don't really show how strong you are. That said, Hammurabi has had a good early game. He got another city over here, has already spread the religion. I guess probably got a free spread over here. I don't think that Hammurabi's had a bad early game at all. I don't think anyone picked Hammurabi. And Gandhi got a 4th city as well, down here for Pataliputra. Once again, all of the resources are in the second ring, so that's not great. It'll be a little slow starting. That said, once the borders do pop, it'll look pretty good. So that's where we are 50 turns into the game. Let's zoom out. Get the screenshot to show how the things look like in terms of expansion. Geez, Caesar on 6 cities is pretty crazy for this early. There's a Barb city down in the far south, too. I'm going to reveal the map. Just so we have all the cities. That'll be a nice city for someone. With the crabs and the deer. Has to pop borders, of course, to be not garbage, but not bad. This city, Nottingham, I just realized that this city is pretty much almost surrounded by Ottoman culture. Not sure how good of a sign that is. Let's look at the early bar graphs, just to see if we can spot anything. This early on, you usually don't see much of anything. Note that Caesar's economy is garbage, because he's out at 6 cities. No surprise there. But he's tops in production, and solid on food. Boy, Liz is really bad on food and on production. Oh, man. One of the signs early in the game of what you want to emphasize is food hammers, food and production, and she is losing the food hammer race. Also, Caesar's first in power. Culture, the Stonehenge has Suleiman first in that, although then the 2 holy cities, and then the garbage culture is Elizabeth and Caesar. Now, I think she's got she is pushing a settler north, but I wouldn't say she's looking too good right now. just got the border pop there. So this is nice for Neapolis. Now it finally has um, the cows in range, just as a result of Rome popping its borders. So Caesar just finished bronze working, so he'll be able to chop. We'll probably connect this. When will Caesar actually get culture, though? Because he kind of needs culture for his cities. And this is not... Oh, this is not connected because he doesn't have sailing. The trade does not pass along the river because he doesn't have sailing tech. Kind of silly by him. Liz is at least on ironworking. That's... Well, you know, she often is a leader who can ignore that for a long time, but not right. She is not doing so in this game. Caesar, I guess, wants to connect his marble. Otherwise, I can't imagine why he'd be on masonry. Oh, and he pushed another city north, too. Wow. Well, he has just pretty much gotten all the territory near his start, hasn't he? I guess he didn't get the Bursa spot, but that's the only thing he's missed. He's already on 7 cities. So, he's got a lot of territory already. Certainly in comparison to Frederick, who's, I guess, has room in the extreme north, but that's about it. So the big question will be, will Freddy go for ironworking? If he just ignores ironworking, he's going to be super vulnerable. He did slot Frankfurt in here. In a decent spot. Low on food, but a decent spot overall. So he's on 5 cities. How bad is... So let's look at everybody's research real quick. Caesar, 14 beakers per turn. He's, you know, not as bad as I'd think. 14 is actually not that bad for the AI, because, like, his economy is the same as Gandhi, honestly. Gandhi at 12 beakers per turn. Caesar at 14. Not that bad. Elizabeth at 20. Not surprised that she's ahead. See, like, Frederick's at 10. Caesar's ahead of him. So he's honestly not that bad. Which is kind of shocking, considering... And then Suleiman's at 9. Kind of shocking, considering that you would think his economy would just be total garbage. But I think what's helping him is he does have the 1 commerce trade route in every city. And look at how much commerce he's getting here. He has no cottages, but 2 commerce here, 2 commerce... Or 1 commerce here, 2 commerce here, 2 commerce here. Like, these pastures and camps on the river, I think, are helping him quite a bit. Because, like, compare that to Suleiman, who doesn't have anything like that. Like, he doesn't have any 2 commerce tiles here that he's working. Suleiman needs to connect this gold resource. That would help his economy a lot. Caesar not wasting any slider on espionage. That's also helping, too. Crashing the economy is helpful because it stops them from running espionage. Yeah. That is one thing that I know some people have always disliked about these games, the whole espionage garbage that people run in the early game because of those great spies. That does, I think, impact the games to some extent, but it's the one way we can see the bar graphs, and I do think it's valuable to be able to see the bar graphs, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see them. Ooh, look at this. Stonehenge is now doubled in culture. The way that the doubling works is it's 1,000 years after a cultural building of any kind is produced, it doubles, and it's years. It's not turns, years. So early in the game it doubles quickly, but late in the game, like, it's impossible to get it to double because the game ends in 2050. So it's after like 1000 AD, it's not going to happen at all. But because Stonehenge was built so quickly, it's doubled the 16 culture, and that means borders pop in 8 turns, and Nottingham still has no culture, so this is looking more and more like a revolt risk. Meanwhile, Suleiman did produce a great profit. Suleiman, and he's got a settler over here. Suleiman will be okay. He just needs to hook up his gold resource. That's the one thing he needs. He's also running this profit around left and right. Curious to see if anyone goes for that monotheism religion. Just got pillaged there. I don't know what was on that tile, but it did just get pillaged. Gandhi has also gone ahead. Will it double? No, it only doubles once. Good question. It only doubles 1 time. Gandhi founded this city, which will be great in the post-calendar, post-ironworking era when he can use this for 5 food, but it's kind of garbage until in the early game without ironworking because there's no food and it's just all jungle. And Liz put her city up here. Once again, all her food bonuses are in the 2nd ring, and this is just killing her in this game. Like, this is not a great food tile, but it is a food tile, and it's in the 2nd ring. This city, still in the... Does she have mysticism, just out of curiosity? No, she does not. So that's why she's dying in this game. All her food bonuses are 2nd ring, and she does not have does not have mysticism. So yeah, not doing good there. Suleiman intruding on Caesar, definitely not doing him any favors. But well, let's actually look at the Diplomatrix real quick here. They should still be pretty friendly with each other, just because They have identical piece weight. No, he's actually cautious. Cautious with everybody right now. Interesting. Suleiman's annoyed though. Let's see. Who's worst enemies? Gandhi is the worst enemy of Suleiman. Oh, Elizabeth lacks agriculture? Seriously? I didn't spot that. Well, that's not good. That's not good for her. So, like, this is the problem with Hammurabi. He's, like, out of room to expand already after 4 cities. Gandhi at least has a little bit more room down here, although he's getting crowded by Suleiman. Suleiman put a city here. I don't know about this spot, man. I don't know. Also, there's an barb archer right here, so you better hope that doesn't wander into your territory. Good thing it went for Pataliputra and not Samson, which has no units in it. Yeah, fortunately that... the barb did actually kill something, but it did not wander into the empty city, thankfully. Anyway, Caesar's building some barracks. He's about to finish masonry. Just wait and see how long. Hopefully, if Caesar's smart, he will wait until he has ironworking to attack. If he's dumb, he'll attack before he has ironworking. Suleiman's actually out in front by a decent margin in score. Like, that's a pretty big score margin. Granted, a lot of that's from Stonehenge. It's both Stonehenge the Wonder give points, and then Stonehenge will pop borders, so that also gives points. But being that far ahead of the rest of the field is significant at this kind of an early date. So that's not nothing to be that far ahead in score. Rome going for Great Wall, okay. I don't know about that wonder, but I guess there's not that much else for him to build right now, honestly. He doesn't need more settlers because he can't really... He's already at 30% research. Pottery's not the worst decision. Needs granaries. Mysticism would be smarter. Let's see what Gandhi's working on right now. All right, well, Gandhi's already doing his culture thing. He's already started. He's got the monasteries going. He's already started the cultural drive. Yeah, the low piece weight civs depend on the other low piece weight civs doing well. Absolutely. The fact that Elizabeth is doing so poorly is a very bad sign for Gandhi and for Frederick. They definitely need each other to do well. So now Istanbul's borders just popped, and now this city has a 7% odds of revolting each turn, and it lost its own first string tiles. So this city desperately needs to get culture. But Liz doesn't have any way to put culture in her cities, and she doesn't even have tiles to work. She can only work 1 food tiles right now. This is 0 food, and these both have 1 food, so this city is in a lot of trouble. Honestly, I mean, look at this. It is 1 production per turn. How is she ever going to get culture in here? Now, she did cram some units in here to get the revolt risk down to 1%, but, like, this city is a sitting duck. How could you ever defend this? Like, seriously, how can you defend this spot? Not a great start for her. Honestly, fail gold is probably better than finishing the Great Wall for either of these two. Freddie did get another city, and this is on a hill, which is significant. Much harder to crack. This city is not on a hill. In fact, Essen is the only border city that's on a hill. Those in the back line. If Caesar's ever hitting these cities, the war's already over. And there's 1 more Freddie settler. Hopefully going up to that spot with the crabs, which would be the wise place to go. And we had another city here. So 5 now for Hammurabi as well. I'm a little surprised Freddie's score is so low. His cities are kind of small in size. I guess it's because he didn't claim much land. His land score is kind of low right now. Did Suleiman ever use his Great Prophet, just out of curiosity? Just want to look to see if he used it as a super he used it as a super specialist here in Bursa. Kind of a weird decision, but I guess it's not the worst one. The 5 gold per turn does help quite a bit this early in the game, because his economy was kind of sagging. So I think that does help. Liz on meditation. All right, well, all right, so she did finish, okay, she did finish mysticism. That's the key thing there. And she is starting a monument here. So I guess she can keep the city from flipping because she crammed it full of units. And she is finally going to get some culture in her cities. But I wouldn't say it's been a good early game. She's in a weak position, for sure. So somebody finished Great Wall. It was Rome. Whipped it to completion. You can see the whip on happiness here. I don't think that really helps him very much, but it doesn't hurt. Hey, you know what's not a great decision? Building the pyramids in a size 1 city. 243 turns. Whatever, man. The marble, Caesar having marble is kind of interesting. I wonder if it'll cause him to land some wonders later on. We'll see how long it takes him to go for ironworking. That's kind of his next key tech. Well, looky what this guy's on now. And he founded another city here. Not a very good city, but it's another production center. Ironworking in 13. If he just finishes ironworking, builds Praetorians, and then attacks, he's going to kill somebody. Like Freddy, remember, Freddy, does he have ironworking? Because I don't think he does. Right? Germany. Yeah, he does not have ironworking, so he has no metals right now. I mean, Praetorians aren't really stopped by axes, but if you don't even have axes, then you are absolutely not stopping them. That said, Caesar doesn't have any metals connected right now either. He just has horses. So if by some chance somebody attacked him before he had metals connected, that would be a window of vulnerability for him. And Freddy still has not... He had that settler wandering around. All right, so look at this. This is just sad. Frederick, 2 settlers in his capital. That's sad. 2 settlers, and I guess he just isn't going to use them. So he invested all the time and production into building those settlers, but he's not actually going to use those settlers. Okay, buddy. That seems like a plan. Gandhi, I believe, is about to settle another city, so let's watch this. Probably on this tile here. Yeah, I mean, the one thing with somebody who's as aggressive as Caesar is you have to be careful he doesn't attack too early. Like, if he attacks too soon, that's actually a bad thing. You want him to wait until he has Praetorians and then make a move. But, like, don't attack in the pre-ironworking era. Alright, so there's Gandhi. Has done a nice, Gandhi's done a pretty decent job of grabbing lands, given that he was settled towards, like, both of the nearby leaders settled towards him. So 6 cities up there. This is the newest one for Hammurabi. Hammurabi likes his wonders, so he's going for Oracle. Looks like he'll get it. I don't see anyone else on that. And Gandhi's actually building some units. Getting some axes up. Cool. Grab this spot. We'll see if he's able to take the Barb City. The Barb City will be captured, not auto-raised, because it's about to hit size 2. There it goes. Now it won't be auto-raised when captured. Suleiman is certainly pushed towards him pretty aggressively. Suleiman also looks like he's going to get the pyramids. Liz actually has a decent number of units up here. I guess she realized she had to hold that spot. So the map has mostly been settled at this point. Freddy probably will grab a city over here. Yeah, he's probably going to settle this, probably on this spot. He can't see the iron because he doesn't have iron working. Nope, he turned around and walked back in his territory again. Okay. Well, let's see what Hammurabi took. Metal casting, maybe? That or monarchy are the most likely options. Alright, he took monarchy. Not bad, he's got the wine. So he has wines, so that makes total sense. He's actually going to have a lot of happiness. This is going to let him grow larger than the other AIs, so expect to see him near the top of the scoreboard for the immediate future. But if he can't get beyond 6 cities, it's not going to matter. 6 cities is not enough to win the game. Frederick ate a bad bratwurst. He's just been running this settler back and forth for a while. Also, it'd be pretty funny if Freddy built the pyramids and then Caesar just took them away from him. Yeah, Freddy's actually the inside favorite to land the pyramids. Oh, what's this? Gandhi got to toss another city down. Yeah, Gandhi's done a decent job of expanding. I mean, I think Gandhi's played this decently so far. Suleiman is the inside track to get his own religion, though. Like, if Suleiman founds his own religion and spreads it to Caesar, well, never mind. Looks like Liz got there first. So Liz has now founded a 3rd religion. So Gandhi's got a religion, Hammurabi's got a religion, Liz has a religion. You know, this is really not good for the high peace weight civs because they're all on different religions. Yeah, Gandhi's apparently pretty good at expanding, honestly. So like the AI leaders need to be the high peace weight leaders need to be working together, but they're in different religions, and that's not really what you want to see for them. It'll make it harder for them to coordinate together. Also, I really do not understand this. Dude, just build a monument or something. Anyway. So, Caesar's a couple turns from ironworking. Alright, so let's look at the relation screen now. So, Suleiman's worst enemy of Elizabeth. Gandhi's worst enemy of Suleiman. I mean, there's the potential for like Liz and Gandhi to work together against Suleiman. Like that's probably that would be the best outcome right now for the high peace weight leaders. Would be Suleiman declares on Gandhi, and then while he's fighting Gandhi, Liz then piles in, and it becomes a 2v1, and that drags down Suleiman. And that happens before Caesar can run over somebody. That's probably the best chance for the high peace weight leaders right now. But Suleiman's just played such a strong opening. I don't know if that's going to work. Like this city again, it's not going to flip, but it's going to be a garbage city. It's going to be totally worthless because it's never going to get any of these tiles back. Suleiman's culture is so strong here from having that early Stonehenge. He's going to have total control of this. And so this, I mean, whenever they go to war, and it's just a matter of when, not if, this city's toast. There's no way to defend it. Like there's no, how would you ever defend this city? So unless Liz could somehow snipe Konya, that would be about the only way I could see that happening. A lot of people building the pyramids right now, so we'll see who actually ends up getting them. Freddy's pretty close. Freddy is still not on ironworking, so he still has no metal. And this city's pretty close too, so it's going to come down to probably who whips for it. Everybody else is not going to get it. 6 turns, 6... Boy, they are very close on this pyramids build, aren't they? Waiting to see who's going to whip it. Probably Freddy gets it because he will probably whip it to completion. He has more population here because it's the capital. Well, I guess it's pop 6. Actually, they have the same. It's a 3-pop whip for both of them, right? Although Adern just slowed down, so I guess that means Freddy's got the inside track again. All right. Suleiman has picked up Hammurabi's religion for whatever reason. That's going to improve their relations. Whoops. But it's going to lower his relations with everybody else, particularly Gandhi. Worst enemy of Elizabeth. Caesar does not have a worst enemy yet. Caesar's actually cautious with everybody. It's kind of funny. Annoyed towards Gandhi. Annoyed towards Elizabeth. But Caesar's connected his iron, so you know what's coming. Also, he's also picked up meditation, or not meditation, mysticism. So now he'll finally be able to pop orders in some of these cities. That's good news because this city gets way stronger when it connects the fish. I mean, he's doing what he can with the tiles that he has, but he also needs to get more happiness. He needs to get to calendar because he's got quite a few calendar techs here. He has spices 1, sugars 2, dyes 3, silks 4. Yes, 4. And then if he takes over, well, let's not say if he takes over Freddy because he hasn't gotten there yet, but that's a lot of happiness from taking over those, from hooking that up. But let's see who gets pyramids because like that's about to happen. I think it's going to be Freddy. Who needs happiness and culture when you can just get more cities? Yeah. Well, we haven't seen any Praetorians pop up yet, but it does feel like it's a matter of time. I'm also keep watching to see if... Alright, so Frederick does get pyramids. He does win the race. That'll be could be a tasty prize for someone else down the road. And it looks like the map is more or less out of room to expand right now. I'm really curious to see where the first war breaks out. Like, is Suleiman going to go after Gandhi, or is he going to get tied up with Elizabeth? Is Hammurabi going to get tied up with anyone? Let's just look at the bar graphs real quick. GNP, yeah, Caesar's last in GNP. That's not really a surprise. Pretty close right now between the high peace weight civs. Hammurabi, Gandhi, and Elizabeth. Production, Liz is last. Suleiman and Caesar are at the tops. Food, everybody's pretty close. Oh, that is a bad sign. Everybody's pretty close except Lizzie. Power, Caesar is first. Freddy is last. Culture, Suleiman is still first. Caesar and Liz have terrible culture. Caesar went below the observer serve. Sit for a turn. Yep, I mean, that can happen. Suleiman going for monarchy makes a lot of sense. You can definitely use the happiness. Freddy adopts universal suffrage. The most useless civic to pick. Why would you pick that in the early game? It literally does nothing. I guess it lets you cash rush. Excuse me, it lets you cash rush things, but why? Anyway, so yeah, it looks like he will get to ironworking before he gets attacked, so that's helpful for him. But the Praetorians are already out and on their way. So here's the zoom in for before Link Mario Samus requested in the chat. Here they are, the 8 strength units. If they take City Raider promotions, there's like they just go right through. They don't even need catapults. With City Raider, they just slice right through defenders. But there's no guarantee that Caesar's going to attack, just likely that he will. And if he takes out Freddy, then he wins the game. Like he's not losing if that happens. I mean, he's certainly building barracks in a lot of cities here. Oh, this city is finally building a granary. And it is expanding borders. This city will not be total garbage. I didn't even see this spot from Suleiman. Founded this, I guess not that recently, because it did pop the borders. Maybe Caesar will get control of his own first string tiles back soon. Anyway. So, like, right, Suleiman's got this city that's, like, intruding on Gandhi, and Liz has a city that's intruding on him, so you would think at some point this is gonna turn into conflict. Poor Lizzie got squeezed so badly. I don't really see a path for her winning this game, unless barring, like, a miracle Diplo victory or something. I think Gandhi has a decent chance, though. I mean, his capital size 11. Jeez. I mean, that definitely helps. He's already he's almost finished math already. Looking good there. If I'm watching over here, it's just because Rome is kind of inherently interesting to watch, as opposed to the civs that are just kind of building. Suleiman's interesting. You know what? Let's just see if anyone has something on there. Okay. Wanted to see if he has enough on his hands already. Let's go to the trade table. Alright, no, not you. Actually wanted to talk to Suleiman. No, not right now. Not plotting war just yet. I can't apparently see here, because nothing's redded out. And I doubt that the peaceful leaders are. I mean, we could check Gandhi, but, like, do you really think Gandhi is plotting war right now? Doesn't seem like it. He won't even declare war at cautious. I think he has to be annoyed to declare war. I believe he will not declare it cautious. Well, I could be wrong on that. Alright, so Freddy has picked up Elizabeth's religion. Not a surprise, because they're next to each other. Caesar is still unaffiliated, and Gandhi... No, Gandhi's the only one practicing Hinduism. That could be bad for him, that no one else is practicing that religion. Like, he's fine for right now, but long-term, that's not a great sign. Though it looks like he's going to get this Barb City at some point, because no one else is down here. This will not be raised, it'll be a capture, because it's already grown to size 2 in the past. So it doesn't seem like anyone is immediately plotting war. By the way, Caesar has fallen a bit on the scoreboard here. If he doesn't make a move soon, he's not going to be in great shape. Yeah, we should refresh the map. Thank you for that suggestion. Like, Caesar does need to make a move soon. Now, part of the reason why his score is low is because he's missing a lot of land score points, if that makes sense. Because, like, because all his cities didn't pop borders, he is not getting score points for them yet. So that is part of the reason why his score is lower. But it is still kind of low. Like, it's not great to be in 5th on the scoreboard here. So yeah, we're still just kind of waiting to see who's going to make... Alright, so Elizabeth makes the first move. Elizabeth declares on Suleiman. Now that's good news. Could be good news for Gandhi, because it means he's not going to get sucked into a war just yet. But if Elizabeth gets run over, then it's terrible news for Suleiman. Alright. So here's her attack. Oh boy, that's not a very good attacking force, is it? This is the pre-catapults era, so it's unlikely that too many cities are going to change hands. I just don't see how she holds this city. I really don't see it. Does she have walls here? No walls, no. No walls. Yeah, I don't, okay, well, let's cut the resources here. So she moved the stack here, but then Suleiman was like, oh, thank you very much, I'll just move in my own stack right behind this. And then, yeah, turned around and walked right back in the city again. Shortest invasion ever. A little surprising that she is the one to kick the war off, though. A little bit surprising. Let's see what that did to the diplomacy. Alright, so he's now the worst enemy of Gandhi, Elizabeth, and Frederick. So that did shake things up there. Obviously, she becomes worst enemy of Suleiman. Gandhi is unlikely to join a war, but not impossible. Freddy also very peaceful, but not impossible. He is building a decent amount of military here. I think we're all kind of curious to see where, if anywhere, Caesar's going to go. Temple of Artemis is not a terribly significant wonder. But yeah, this is going to be a tough hold for Elizabeth here. I mean, she's last in the scoreboard by a wide margin, and Suleiman's in first. Is Caesar on math construction? That's an excellent question. He's on math calendar. That's probably an even better call for him because he has 4 calendar resources and he needs the happiness. We'll let his cities grow an enormous amount, so I think that's a smart pick for him. So yeah, I don't think Liz can win this war 1v1. The question is, do the other peaceful leaders pile into this war? I mean, she has only 4 cities, and one of them is this city, whatever this is. She just doesn't have much in the way of production. I don't see how she keeps up long term with the Ottomans having so many more cities. Sure, we'll sign open borders. So this spot hasn't really been attacked yet. Oh my god, are you kidding me? How did that happen? Oh man. So Rome took this city? What the heck? The maintenance is going to be outrageous for this spot. Oh man. He's actually only 7 turns from calendar though. I was like, whoa, Gandhi will get this spot. It's like, nope. Just basically denies Gandhi a city. Decent spot too. Well, once borders expand. Could draw him into conflict with Gandhi later on. But yeah, Rome. I mean, Rome's only 7 turns from calendar. If Rome finishes that, hooks up the happiness resources, Rome's in pretty good shape. At least a purple civ got it, indeed. At least a purple civ got it. So Hammer is on construction. Hammurabi. I mean, this city is not on a hill, and it only has 20% cultural defenses and no walls. So I don't know. Like, that's not much in the way of defenses for a border city. Usually they have at least the 40% cultural defenses. And Caesar has picked up a different religion than Suleiman. That's a big deal. If he sticks with Christianity, he may be less likely to go attacking Freddy, because he's picked up a religion with him, and he is cautious towards Suleiman. Yeah, that could be big. The fact that he has gotten that religion instead of getting like you would have expected him to get. Well, I don't know. I guess none of the religions are that close to him. Everybody got first to die wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, Caesar attacking Suleiman would be bad long term for him. Oh, that's a big stack. That's a big stack. Hammer has built Great Lighthouse, which is helpful. He's got 3 coastal cities isn't that many, but it doesn't hurt. I think Nottingham is dead here. That's a lot of attackers. Maybe not, though. Looks like it held that turn. Yeah, looks like it managed to hold, somewhat surprisingly. Not that many attackers died. Not a great attack thus far. This is like the most peaceful we've seen Caesar be. What is he doing here? He's generating a great scientist for some reason. Or a great spy for some reason. Alright, well, it's turn 100, so we should look at the bar graphs real quick. GMP Gandhi and Hammurabi are leading. Caesar is last, not a surprise there. Production, Suleiman's leading. Liz is last. Food, Suleiman. You know, the reason why Caesar is only middle of the table, despite having so many cities, is he's low happiness. That's why he's on calendar. He is tops in power, though. So the next thing, it's really going to be where how the diplomacy breaks down, I think. Caesar is tops in power, but like, where is he going? Is he going after Freddy? Is he going to go after Suleiman? Someone else? Hard to say. Somehow Nottingham is still holding in there for right now. It is not like it certainly would not be impossible to see a dogpile on on Suleiman. Well, Suleiman just swapped to Gandhi's religion. Now how does that affect the diplomacy? Now Caesar's -2, but he is still cautious because of the... Caesar being cautious with everyone just means it's really hard to predict where he's going to go, if anywhere. This makes him more popular with Gandhi, though. It means Gandhi certainly isn't going to attack him. Hard to see. Well, I guess they're still cautious. -2 and pleased with Elizabeth, -2 and pleased with Frederick. I love the pleased at -2. It's pretty funny. Peace wait in action. Annoyed towards Frederick. I mean, it feels like it's just a matter of time until Suleiman takes over Elizabeth, but because he just has so much more territory. But there's always the chance for someone else to intervene in this war. Like Suleiman's on construction, so... And Gandhi is still doing his thing. Like, he's still furiously pushing culture. Doesn't have much yet, but it is only turn 100. I keep watching this war, but there's been no cities changing hand. I think Caesar may be plotting war because he's got a lot of Praetorians in production right now. Let's just check in with him and see. Yeah. So he's going after somebody. We have enough on our hands right now. I don't know who it is. If he's smart, he's going for Freddy. I don't know if that's where he's going, though. We'll see. War incoming at somewhere. If he goes for Suleiman, this game gets really interesting. At that point, I have no idea what happens if he chooses to go after Suleiman. All bets are off if that happens. That would be the worst move for his sake. If he goes for Freddy, he probably wins the game. We'll see. Going for calendar is really smart. He also needs to then go for construction. Suleiman on construction is the tech he needs as well, because as soon as he gets catapulted, this city is dead, and then Liz gets rolled up. Let's see how this attack goes, though. Alright, I'm going to let that go to voicemail for right now. Who just founded Islam? Where was that, anyway? Oh, Freddy has his own self-founded religion now? Hopefully he won't adopt that and just be hated by everyone. So Gandhi is at the top of the scoreboard. And I mean, Gandhi's looking good. It's just, does Gandhi get attacked? That's what this game always comes down to, is does Gandhi get attacked? Because if he can sit back and build in peace for 300 turns, he's going to win the game. But he's not guaranteed to get that. Now he's got his second religion of the game. Just allows him to build more temples, basically. Somehow this city is still hanging in there. But Suleiman did just finish construction, so you can see the catapults are getting ready. Massive stack in Kume, is that right? So there's a stack here. Where's... I wouldn't say a massive stack, but there is a stack there. Oh. Is this an attack? Oh man. Well, now the game really gets interesting. That is about the best possible thing for the Gandhi people to have in this game. Oh boy, Caesar, why? Why don't you just attack Freddy and win the game? Oh boy. That's either really good or really bad. Like I said, I think it's really good for Gandhi to have that happen. Gandhi is winning it. Oh boy. The one thing, basically the only thing Caesar needed to do was avoid attacking Suleiman. If he just goes north and rolls over, if he goes north and rolls over Freddy, he's going to win the game so easily. But because he's chosen to attack, well, he's chosen his side though. Now he's pleased with Elizabeth. Suleiman's kind of diplomatically isolated now. I mean, he's the worst enemy of basically everyone. Worst enemy of Caesar, Elizabeth, Freddy, and Hammurabi. The only one who likes him is Gandhi. Well, he's also like the strongest leader on the board right now. Oh boy. Now remember, Caesar does not have construction, so he's not going to be able to run over Suleiman very easily here. We'll see what happens, though. But that was not the outcome I was expecting, to say the least. I thought that them being identical piece weight would make it more likely for them to be allies. Yeah, see, he almost but did not get through this city here because it has walls. Ah, boy. Well, Gandhi, this could not have gone better for Gandhi, this diplomatic sequence. Now it looks like the rest of the field's just going to fight, and he'll be able to sit back and push culture, which is what he wants to do. Like I said, a really good outcome for Gandhi. I would say somewhat unlikely, honestly, but that seems to be the way that the game is shaped up. So the question is, will anyone be strong enough to push through and capture a city? Liz has almost lost this city, but hasn't yet. Oh, well, that's... Okay, I was going to say... I thought that was a stack of Praetorians. It's 1 Praetorian and 6 chariots. Fewer chariots, more Praetorians, Caesar. If you're serious about taking over some of this territory, that's kind of what you need. Now, the critical difference between Caesar and most of the other leaders is most other leaders, if they try to make these attacks, they're just total suicide. But the Praetorians, if they get city raider promotions, actually can punch through and capture these cities. I still think this falls short, but it's not impossible that this city could fall here. And by not impossible, I mean likely. Because it sure looks like that's going to fall. Man, these units are strong. Yep, alright, well, it begins, hopefully. Oh, and okay, Caesar converting to Hinduism could be significant too, because now he's popped over to Gandhi's religion. Interesting. That would make him a lot less likely to fight Gandhi if the game goes, if he stays with it. Make him more likely to attack everyone else. I am just confused by the diplomacy in this game. Liz is so weak, but boy, there's a size 16 capital here. Man, any useful wonders? Stonehenge and Hanging Gardens. That said, without catapults, it's unlikely anyone captures this. But Caesar's on currency. If he finished currency, maybe. Liz is just like almost irrelevant in this war effort because she's so weak. It's pretty much just Caesar against Suleiman. Suleiman has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities, including this one. And Caesar has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're pretty evenly matched, honestly. Caesar's in the process of connecting it. Yeah, note what calendar did for him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how does he have silver? Someone must be trading him silver, or he popped it out of a mine. Oh no, he popped it out of a mine. Wow. But yeah, note that Caesar's now got a huge happiness surplus, and that makes a big, big difference. Like compared to Freddy, who does not have calendar yet. So like, and out of these other leaders, like Gandhi will never declare. Gandhi won't declare war at pleased. Actually, Gandhi won't declare war on anyone. He won't declare it pleased, and he's pleased with everyone, so he can't get into a war. Liz is in a war. Freddy is cautious with Caesar. He won't declare it pleased, so he could attack Suleiman or Caesar. Hammurabi could attack anyone. That would be interesting if he attacked. He's actually the key one to watch right now, because he could attack anyone. I know I just said that. I'm sorry to repeat myself. Yeah, what this guy does is questionable. Is he plotting with anyone? Just out of curiosity? Nope. Not plotting right now. Going for the music free great person. Anyway, let's keep going here. Game certainly moved in, at least for me, in an unexpected direction. And Caesar is on construction, which would be a crucial tech for him. Allow him to punch through some of these Ottoman cities. Oh, Liz has got a tiny little stack up here. But like Gandhi is still leading the field right now, doing his culture thing. He also just finished the mausoleum. Right here. He's got a 20, oh man, he's got a shrine with 20 cities backing it. He's just going to be pushing tech like crazy. I don't want to go so far as to say Gandhi is the winner of this game, but man, it's looking pretty good for him right now. I don't know if Caesar will be able to conquer fast enough. I don't know, we'll see. How decent is the Barb city Gandhi just took? Pretty good, honestly. Pretty good. Once it expands borders, that is. I actually missed that he captured that Barb City. Better, both of these Barb Cities are pretty decent. A lot of shuffling of units, not a lot actually getting captured. So yeah, Freddy is pretty weak, but by not getting smashed by Caesar, he's at least still in this game. Caesar can't seem to decide where he wants to send his units. Maybe if he's smart, he'll wait until he has catapults to attack, because he's got a pretty nice stack. Where is the main Suleiman stack? He's got a big one in his capital. He also had some units up here, I know. Yeah, he's got a decent sized stack up here too. Man, Suleiman is unpopular. I wanted to look at the power graph just to see where we stood with that in terms of that. Oh, Caesar is very far in front of everyone. Very far in front of everyone. If he just gets some catapults, he's going to run over whoever he wants, which I guess is Suleiman right now. Sure, we'll sign open borders. I mean, this is large enough that this could probably take out this city even without catapults. Would not be able to take over the capital though, and there are some catapults in production. I guess Liz is technically still running around with some units, although she's just so weak in this game. Oh, he's attacking Frederick. What? Why? What a strange war declaration. Oh, it's Frederick declaring on him. I missed that. What the heck? Okay, Freddy. Way to torpedo your own game for no reason. Well, I guess that explains what the last two leaders in this game are doing. Why? This is odd. Okay. That's just, again, perfect for Gandhi. Just everyone else get dragged down. Everyone who's not Gandhi just get dragged down by war. Bizarre. Well, anyway. Good. It's good news for Caesar, too, because this means Caesar is basically free to 2v1 against Suleiman. Because the danger was like Freddy could have attacked him or Hammurabi could have attacked him, but no, now these two are often doing God knows what. In this war, I can't... Oh my god, and he even took the city too. Okay. As Gandhi builds his second shrine. This is just like a random terrorist attack. Germany just across the map attacking for some reason. So that's gonna tie them down. Meanwhile, Caesar's now got his big stack. I'm assuming it's going for Gaziantep, which is the smart place to go. No walls here, so this city's pretty capturable without walls. I mean, what's going to stop the city raider Praetorians here? Nothing, that's what. Oh my god, and the statue of Zeus too? Gandhi. My god, man. Slow down, Gandhi. Blitzkrieg, yeah. This is literally the first time Freddy's done anything in an AI Survivor game. I don't think this makes any sense, but at least it's doing something. So this city's going to be captured, for sure. There's no way for that to hold. And Caesar should have catapults by the time he goes for another city after it. So he's absorbing the Ottomans pretty fast here. He's already taken 2 border cities. And, like, don't look now, but the Ottomans are slowly getting chomped apart here. 4 core cities remaining. And then this city off here, which is pretty isolated. I mean, if Caesar takes all these cities, he's going to be a monster. He's already kind of a monster, but... Yeah, he would have to go for Gandhi. The thing is, he kind of likes Gandhi because they have the same religion. I mean, I guess he doesn't like him that much. Oh well. What do the power bar graphs look like anyway? Like, just nothing really stopping this Praetorian onslaught across the landscape right now. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. And don't forget, Elizabeth is not doing much, but she is still tossing the occasional unit out here to mess with Suleiman. Like, she is occasionally attacking, even though she's... And she is tying up units here, I guess. But I expect we'll see a doom stack from Caesar continuing onwards. So Freddy's units look like they've mostly died. And it's not like there's an easy way to yeah, it looks like they attacked Nipper and just died. And so now the city will be recaptured, but it's still going to slow down Hammurabi, who is looking pretty strong for a while there. Freddy's building a Christian monastery, even though he's in a war. I wonder if we'll see Hammurabi then turn and start taking Frederick territory. Alright, here's a decent Ottoman stack. That's pretty strong. Is he going to go for Bursa, maybe? And then there's another half-decent stack in the capital. Meanwhile, Caesar's got, I don't know, random units all over the place. He hasn't kind of built them into another big doom stack yet. Yeah, so Bursa is the target here. Oh, Caesar's got elephants now, too. Now, less significant for him, given that he's got the Praetorians. But the big difference there is Praetorians get City Raider, and the elephants cannot take City Raider, and that's kind of a big difference. That said, I think Bursa gets retaken here. There's not a lot defending this. The Praetorians held up a little better than I thought they would here. That said, I still think the city gets recaptured. Yeah, that's a lot of City Raider 2 Praetorians. That said, there's only one catapult here. Need to bring more catapults because it'll take ages to siege anything down. But when the walls fall, whatever is going to be attacked will get captured. So Bursa was retaken, as expected. So that definitely helped Suleiman, but he did have to sacrifice a pretty substantial stack for that to get taken back. And this stack has, I guess, about 20 units in it. Still, it helps him for sure. Rome's building the Parthenon for some reason. Is Elizabeth doing anything in this war? I guess she's held on to this city, which has been attacked repeatedly. Meanwhile, Gandhi's like, yep, don't mind me. I'm just going to continue pushing religion. Also, I don't know how this city hasn't been retaken yet. Just a matter of time, but it has not actually been retaken yet. Looks like Gandhi's trying to capture this city. I think that'll be auto-raised, though. I don't think that's ever hit size 2. Yeah, it was auto-raised. So the siege has started at this city, which will get captured when the walls are down, but with one catapult that's going to take a little while. Not going to happen immediately. This city's actually not very well defended at all now. There was a stack up there, but I think that got pulled down to attack at Bursa. Like, I think that's where that stack came from. And now it's back to being defended. Boy, City Raider 3 swords. Alright, Caesar built the Parthenon. Hammurabi gets his shrine. This city is finally about to get retaken. Yep, I think that city's pretty doomed. There it is. handed it back in a peace treaty instead of seeing it get captured. Oh, never mind. He signed peace and then liberated the city. Okay. It wasn't given back in the treaty, for whatever that's worth. You know, this city's losing 4% of its defenses per turn. Yep, 4% per turn. And there's a new Praetorian stack over here, although not too large yet. What text does Suleiman have? Does he have... He doesn't have longbows yet, does he? No, he doesn't have longbows yet, so no feudalism just yet. I don't think Suleiman's economy is in very good shape. Doesn't help when you have a gazillion units invading your territory. Does look like, I mean, if Caesar continues taking these over, Suleiman's a big unit spammer, it's true. He has been spamming units quite a bit. There's actually going to be a second catapult over here to bombard the defenses, so it can go down by 8% per turn instead of 4%. Looks like there's a battle over here. Oops, I did not mean to rotate the camera. It looks like this stack got attacked, but the Praetorians all survived, it looks like. So not a great fight for Suleiman. His City Raider swords are great at attacking cities, but they're useless in the field. Like, City Raider 3 sword is just dead meat if it is not attacking a city. Also the barb axe trying to help out here against the Praetorian stack. Probably like 1 or 2 more turns until it doesn't attack at Ankara. Oh, it's pillaging the town. Pillaging that cottage. Here's a relief force, I guess. Still, I don't know. Like, Caesar's got a second force up here besieging another city. And maybe Liz will do something at some point over here. I guess what Liz has done in this war is not lose Nottingham, which seemed like the deadest city imaginable, but is still holding out somehow. Alright, 10%. That city should go down in a turn or so. Although there's now another force. This force, you know, there's a lot of units here, but they're almost all catapults. There's like 3 actual units, 2 axes and a spear, so that stack is not really very scary. For him getting destroyed by the Vandals. Yeah, so no surprise that gets taken. As we knew it would as soon as the walls were down. All those Praetorian, and then the other thing, the Praetorian City Raider units, like, they just all survive and then they all promote again. Like, they just get stronger as the game goes on. Pretty one-sided. Although it looks like this attack on Bursa failed, so whatever Caesar was trying to do there did not succeed. But the Ottomans are kind of getting rolled up from the south. And as long as those catapults are alive, they can take down the defenses at Istanbul. And, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like the Ottomans are on their way out unless someone helps them. What religion is he practicing? He's practicing Gandhi's religion. So it's unlikely that Frederick's going to come helping. I don't think Freddy likes him very much. Doesn't like Caesar very much either, though, for what that's worth. Loves Elizabeth. And our other uncommitted guys. So Hammurabi hates Frederick, hates Suleiman. He's kind of lukewarm towards everyone else. Gandhi is honestly cautious, so he could actually fight Frederick, but come on, that's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Gandhi is, you'll never believe this, pushing culture in his cities. This city might flip to Gandhi someday just because his culture is so strong. By the way, Caesar has taken over first place in score from Gandhi, because his territory is still expanding while everybody else's is not. And in terms of power, let's look at the bar graphs here. So Gandhi's first. Again, a lot of this is culture, but he is first in GMP and Hammurabi's second. Suleiman's last. Caesar's first in production. Gandhi's emerged as second. Food, Caesar's first. Gandhi is second. It really looks like these two are separating from the field. Suleiman has gone from leading the field to now being last. And in power, Suleiman is down by little. Oh man, that's one-sided. How does Caesar feel towards Gandhi? I think he was pleased last. Oh, yet another religion for Gandhi, as Elizabeth gets a shrine. Caesar's pleased with Gandhi. Now he will declare war at pleased, but he likes Gandhi, so his most likely next target would be Freddy, I would think. Not guaranteed, but he needs to finish. I mean, he would need to finish this conquest. That's not guaranteed. Let's go ahead and. I think we'll go into the classical era on music now. I think everyone has monarchy at this point, so just to get something slightly different. Oh, another force coming towards the city here with catapults. Not enough real attackers, though. No real chance of taking the city because it's all catapults, but this force will heal and then be on the move again. Look at all those cities. There's a City Raider 3 Praetorian. Oh my god. Just feels like he's in the process of rolling up this the Ottomans from the south. Liz is tying up some forces here, for what that's worth. Yeah, attack this city and should not have done so. So many red-lined units, but not actually dead. So that was a failed attack. Like I said, a lot of catapults at low HP. Gandhi's still building more wonders. On yet another wonder. Nottingham's starting to get actual tiles, it's true. So these Praetorians, if they're smart, will wait for the catapult trailing behind. If they're dumb, they'll just attack. Oh, you know what? There's only 4 units. There's actually only 4 units in this city, and it is not on a hill. So it's not inconceivable that they could capture some of these, but the smart thing would be to wait for the rest of the stack to get there, which they did do. Right? No, they did not. Some of them attacked. Some of them ended up winning anyway. There is a catapult with this stack, though, so if it's smart, we'll see if it stops to bombard. Alright. Caesar's putting the capital under siege, so... This is a slower process, but with the capital under siege, it will probably fall in time once the walls are down. Probably. That said, Suleiman did pick up feudalism, so longbows will make it a little bit harder. He's still holding out in this city, too. Yeah, so we won't really see anything, I think, until the walls are down. That said, right now, Suleiman is one-turning longbows, because his city is size 13. But if there's no walls and no city defenses, City Raider 3 Praetorians are going to eat longbows for breakfast if there's no city defenses there. Like, City Raider 3 Praetorians are ridiculous. This is still the only war going on. I guess technically Elizabeth's at war as well, but Elizabeth is like such a non-entity in this game. If she takes the walls down here, maybe she can do something. She does have catapults coming in with this stack here. Actually, 150 turns into the game. Moving along at a pretty good clip. But yeah, just action here with Suleiman as he's slowly getting picked apart. Freddy's on wealth, so not doing a lot there. Gandhi is pushing culture to no one's surprise. We should look to see what the research rate is for these guys. So Caesar 188, Gandhi 300, yeah. Starting to pull away. Frederick 98, Hammurabi 208. Suleiman 24, jeez. So Gandhi is the tech leader. Like, Caesar's within visible distance, but Gandhi is starting to accelerate, doing what he does if he doesn't get attacked. So, what's this Gandhi force doing here? Is he moving this somewhere? How does Gandhi feel about it? Gandhi's pleased with everyone, so I don't think he's declaring war. Could he be going for a... Oh, Sistine Chapel, Gandhi's building it here in this city, which is the big wonder for the AI because they run a gazillion specialists. So it's a big deal when one of them gets that. So yeah, he is going for the wonders he needs, too. The wonders he needs to pick up. Alright, so I would expect Istanbul to fall shortly, seeing as how the defenses are down now. Yet another religion. I think that's the Divine Right religion. Wait, where did he found that? Held down there. Okay. Gandhi's going to get a Barb... Oh, yes, that's where he's going. He's going to Barb City. Makes sense. He can return the favor for this city earlier. That's where they're going. Alright, so the Ottomans just got chopped in half. Not Subutai. It's the philosophical religion? Okay, thanks for clarifying. Spiral Minaret. He already had Divine Right, because he just finished Spiral Minaret. Yep, does feel like Gandhi and Caesar are starting to pull away at this point. So Caesar picks up Stonehenge and Hanging Gardens. Moves into first place on score, although it's pretty tight between these two. So Bursa is now likely to be the next target. Not a lot left of the Ottomans, honestly. They've just been carved into pieces here. Question as to whether Liz gets it. And yet somehow Nottingham is the city that's still standing. I guess Liz is going to get this city here, it looks like. It's like, and yet somehow Elizabeth is still hanging in there. Sorry, buddy. You got Praetorian. Oh, wow, okay. Well, that, again, could not be better for Gandhi. Like, literally, Caesar's almost completed his conquest. If this war comes 20 turns later, then It's a whole different thing. But man, Gandhi is just getting very lucky here. Everything's coming up Gandhi. That said, this stack has a lot of chariots in it. Man, could Gandhi get any luckier in this game? It's like everyone else just keeps fighting. I can't believe that Frederick has attacked Hammurabi and attacked Caesar. Hard to believe. Well, sometimes the diplomacy is like that. Sometimes the diplomacy is just crazy. And sometimes every single person does not attack Gandhi. And he gets away with his farmer's gambit. Yeah, I am just kind of shocked that he decided to attack Caesar. I'm really surprised. He's a very peaceful AI leader. Needless to say, like I said, if his attack comes 20 turns later, Caesar is finished with Suleiman and just rips this guy apart. But instead, it's good timing with the Roman armies off. I mean, and he's actually not that far behind in power, so has the potential to do something. At the very least, this is going to slow down Caesar's conquest by a lot. Caesar revolts into theocracy vassalage. Yeah, it's just really good timing for Gandhi, like I said. So that gets auto-raised. Unfortunate for Gandhi, it did not have a chance to reach size 2 and get preserved. Alright. Caesar pick has been looking good at some points in time and not so good at other points in time. Like there's 23 units in that stack, so that city is obviously going to get captured. Whereas this stack is still healing up. I guess this city is probably going to get... well, maybe not. I was going to say going to get captured soon, but... Liz doesn't really have that many units here, does she? Trying to see what the defensive percentage is there. 2%. Man, Caesar's been... Things have not developed the way we expected. If he had just attacked Frederick instead of attacking Suleiman, he would have, I think, easily won the game. But by deciding to attack Suleiman, the one and only person he should not have attacked, he's definitely made this game a lot harder on himself. So yeah, Gandhi just... Again, the diplomacy could not have broken better for Gandhi in this game. That city got captured but then recaptured instantly. Even though it's war elephants, they should be able to capture that spear. So, Ursa's still recaptured. I'll be curious to see if Caesar tries to move for the remaining Ottoman territory now, or if he tries to head for Germany. I have no idea what it's going to be. Okay, that stack of units is pretty exposed. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to watch and see where the big Roman stacks go. So the other question is Hammurabi going to get involved in any of these wars? He really dislikes Frederick, and he really dislikes Suleiman. He's cautious with Caesar, pleased with Gandhi. I'm pretty sure he does not declare it pleased, so Gandhi is safe. Gandhi's basically safe from everyone, it seems like. Just totally safe. Which, again, I really don't think he was super safe in this game. He's just gotten kind of lucky with Suleiman getting attacked by Elizabeth, and then Caesar choosing to attack the wrong person in this game. It's true, Caesar could finish off Suleiman, who barely even counts as a leader at this point because he's on 3 cities, and then could roll into Freddy. So it's not the absolute worst thing. It's more the timing is bad than anything else. Like losing that city hurts. Obviously, losing another city would be really bad. That said, this stack is pretty exposed. It's all catapults. Gandhi just continues building every wonder under the sun. I think Lizzie's going to get this city, though, because there's almost nothing left in it. Yeah. Like, if these horse archers attack this city, they take it pretty easily. This city is not going to fall to chariots and swords. So it looks like Caesar pushed back this initial invasion. Gandhi completes yet another wonder, or a shrine. So it looks like the immediate German attack's been pushed back for the time being. But but it slowed Caesar down by a good bit. There's no question about that. He's still in pretty good shape. This city will be flipped to Gandhi's culture, even if it gets captured. Just because Gandhi's got so much culture. Yeah, so that stack got wiped out. And then that stack got wiped out. So not looking nearly as good for Frederick now, all of a sudden. Okay, so that is kind of a big deal that Hammurabi is the one who got the wonder and not Gandhi. Because Gandhi had the mausoleum. And he's starting Sistine, but I think Gandhi's about to finish Sistine. And these two have like a build-off over here. But like Gandhi looks like he's going to win the race to liberalism. Where is I've been looking for Caesar's Doomstack. I haven't really spotted it since he took the Ottoman capital. Maybe here? That's only 7 units, though. It looks like he's in the process of forming a new one, honestly. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here it is. He's got about 25 units on this. So he's probably going to try to retake his city of Mediolano, I think. So yeah, Freddy lost a fair bit of units back there. Does not look like he's trying to finish off Suleiman right now. Or maybe not, who knows? I don't know where this stack is going. I assumed it was heading here. But yeah, Gandhi is first to discover liberalism as he continues building every wonder in sight. His culture is already looking pretty strong. I'm just not sure, even if Caesar conquers both Suleiman and Frederick, I don't know if he can. Oh, what tech did he get? Great question. I don't know if he can conquer. He took astronomy. Ooh, that was a good choice. Good choice. I just don't know if Caesar can manage to pick up territory fast enough to win before Gandhi does, because Gandhi's on track for a very early finish. Also, I don't know what the heck Sydney's barking about. You can probably hear him in the background. I think I need to settle him down. One sec. All right. So the mail carrier was out in front of our house, and that caused him to go crazy. All right. So I think we were still trying to see where the Roman forces, if anywhere, were going. Right? That's what we were looking for. Gandhi has now gone free religion. That actually hurts his relations with Caesar a fair bit, but it helps him with a lot of the others because he was running a religion that nobody else practiced. Yeah, here comes the Roman units. Now shaping up for a big battle here. A lot of German units and a lot of Roman units. Gandhi did build the Sistine Chapel and University of Sankor. So he is getting most of the key wonders he needs. Sistine's really good for Gandhi because he needs the culture. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be able to catch up. He has gotten literally the absolute perfect game for him, which is no one attacks him, everyone else fights each other. It is exactly what he needed. Like the diplomacy just has worked perfectly in his favor. So it looks like the Romans attacked and killed some units, but then the Germans reinforced, is what it looks like. Caesar moves before Frederick in the turn order, so he kind of can get first attack if he wants it. I don't know if that was, was that a peace treaty or just a recapture? Looks like it was just a recapture, not a peace treaty. I don't think that went very well for Frederick. I could be wrong, but that looked kind of like a disaster. Liz is actually the one who's coming over here. She's moving through Gandhi's territory because why not use friendly roads if you can? Is Friendly still going to be first to die? No. I'm pretty sure Suleiman is first to die. Is Freddy still going to be first to die? No, he's got a lot of cities. He did lose a lot of power on that turn, I think. Like, I think he kind of got smashed there. Yeah, that's what I thought. He lost a large portion of his army there. But I think Elizabeth will actually be the one to finish off. Maybe Elizabeth is the one to finish off Suleiman. Oh, the city just popped its borders. Just hit 500 culture. Meanwhile, Gandhi's like, don't mind me, I'm just going to pick up the economics, free great merchant. Gandhi might just be at rifles before anyone can do anything with him. Like, that's a very real possibility here. His culture is also strong enough that he might be able to get this city at the end of a war. Potentially. Just because the borders are so strong. So Caesar did lose some units in killing the bulk of the German army. So he's been rebuilding, and then he's going to have to deal with the fact, this is super annoying for him. Frederick has built, he not only has castles via engineering, but he also has Chichen Itza, so 125% defenses. It will just take ages to capture anything. And again, Gandhi's just like, yes, please take 75 turns to conquer the Germans. By the time you're done with him, I'll be so far ahead you can't do anything. Where is Chichen Itza anyway? It's in the capital, along with pyramids. So again, most likely Frederick does get eliminated, but it's just going to take such a long time that Gandhi is probably, he might just be out of reach for anyone else by the time that happens. So this city's just about gone. Still trying to see. So, alright, so here comes Caesar's force. Oh, he's got one catapult. Well, that won't take long. At least he's bringing up 2 trebuchets, but this city will just take absolutely forever to capture. This is the era in the game in which it takes forever, because in Beyond the Sword, castles were ridiculously overbuffed, such that like catapults take down 2%. And yes, in non-expansion Civ4, it was absurd that 4 accuracy catapults could remove any defenses instantly. Like, yes, that was too easy, but they went way too far in the other direction. Catapults deal 2% off of walls, so you get 100%, and it's forever. It takes way too long. So yeah, Liz killed a lot of the defenders, but she didn't get all of them. And Suleiman's still hanging in there. I mean, Caesar would probably do better to try and finish off Suleiman first, but he seems to be wanting to go after Freddy. Oh man, from 122 all the way down to 111. Oh cool, 11%. Nice. And that's with 2 cats and 2 trebs. I mean, the city's dead as soon as the walls are down, but it's gonna be a while, unfortunately. And it looks like Liz's attack actually stalled out over here. She killed almost all of the defenders, but didn't manage to finish it off. So either Caesar's going to have to make a play, or she's going to have to come back with another fresh stack, because she did not have enough. Meanwhile, Gandhi's on Constitution now. And you know he's going to hit all the econ techs. He's not going to even bother... he's not going to even bother with the militaristic ones, and he will be not punished for that in this game, it looks like. So he just has gone really well for him. Caesar's on gunpowder. That's 77%. But like, look how long this is taking. I mean, Caesar... Oh, hello. Okay. Well, I didn't expect that. Hammurabi declares on Elizabeth. Well, maybe maybe Suleiman isn't first to die. Because I thought Elizabeth would finish him off, but no, maybe not. Okay. Hammurabi making a move. Maybe Liz is first to die. What's our power bar graph? This game is very unpredictable. Whoa. Look at that. Frederick took a beating, but he's actually restocked his army. Yeah, Liz is a lot weaker. And meanwhile, Gandhi is once again like, yep, you guys go ahead and fight. You guys just fight away. I'll just sit here building every infrastructure thing possible while you leave me alone. For all that we've seen, Elizabeth does only have 5 cities. That's it. She only has 5 cities. So, certainly not looking great for her. I guess that means Suleiman survives a little longer. It'll be interesting to see how quickly Caesar goes for rifling. Could you include your rationale for your picks in the saved? Again, if you're really curious, you can watch the live stream. I don't want to take up a ton of time at the start of the broadcast going through it. All right, so we're down to 55% here. Actually, there's another. Although Frederick is kind of even with Caesar in tech, so it's not going to be like Caesar has way more production, but it's not. It won't be an easy conquest. Now it's up to 4 trebuchets, so there's actually a lot of units in this city which are going to get wiped out in the attack because all those city raider promotions will slice right through them, and catapults will do collateral. I mean, Freddy's just packing this city with defenders, but like those catapults won't do anything in here. So this is setting up to be a major battle on both sides. Caesar with 32 units. I don't know exactly how many German units there are. York is going to fall here, though. This is down to 1 unit left. Maybe Liz is first to die. That would be an unexpected result. Looks like a real possibility, though. This poor city can't work any tiles until this city gets conquered, which is still barely holding out. All right, we got a couple turns until the big battle commences here. Oh, actually, you know what? Caesar's units all got hit with something. I don't know if that was. I guess they got hit with collateral damage, or that, or they attacked and didn't succeed. I think they got hit with collateral damage. Oh, well, now the attack went in. Very heavy slaughter on both sides. All right, so that city was taken over, but it was certainly not an easy conquest for Caesar. And meanwhile, Gandhi just popped another golden age. He's getting so far ahead right now. No, Gandhi will go rifling at a very, very late date, but the thing is, with literally every other leader on the map tied up in wars, it's not going to matter. So he is just... I honestly just think, kind of by dumb luck, he's ended up in a situation that's 100% perfect for him. 2 low piece weight leaders, and they attacked each other instead of attacking him. If Suleiman had attacked Gandhi, then this game goes so differently. If Caesar attacks Frederick, the game goes so differently. But just everything really broke his way. So with Gandhi being in a golden age, his research rate is going to be higher than normal, but like Caesar's at 250, and yeah, I mean, like I said, he's just pulling away at this point. It was a perfect storm. The game is just broken absolutely perfectly for Gandhi. If we replay this 10 times, this probably only happens once or twice, honestly. But he is just so far ahead of everyone. Everyone else is at 200. I guess Hammurabi's at 400. But like, I mean, yes, he's in a golden age, but he's so far ahead of everyone. I'm struggling to see how he loses the game at this point. Because he's just, he's just in a position where the game has gone exactly the way he wanted it to go. Everyone else fights, and he just sits and builds. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I'm not really seeing how he loses the game from this point. Because by the time anyone can do anything, he'll be on like assembly line, and they'll all be on rifles or something. What does Caesar's research look like in a golden age? Like, even in a golden age, he's at 350, and Gandhi's at 1,000. So, I mean, and he just went representation too, which is the perfect civic because he's going to be running 10,000 specialists. Well, I guess he doesn't have... we can't see how far to legendary, but I really think he's probably looking at a pre-turn 300 victory here. Because his culture's just going to accelerate to an absurd degree. Look at that. Shared faith unhappiness, whip unhappiness, war weariness, and emancipation. I guess technically we still don't have a first to die yet. Kind of late in the game not to have a first to die. But it hasn't happened yet. I'm a little surprised Hammurabi hasn't made more progress in his war against Elizabeth. He's took the one city, but that's been it so far. And hasn't managed to do much since then. I mean, Gandhi's on scientific method now. He's just getting ahead. Caesar's going for the Grenadiers, and that'll help him in his push. But look, he's got one trebuchet here. It'll take him forever to try to take Berlin. So we've never had a nun in first to die. We've had one game that got close, a game that had Gandhi in it. And now Suleiman actually has kind of like some units here. He's been like one-turning units out of this city. I mean, they're going to be outdated technologically, but until someone actually takes him out, Caesar's attacking with one knight over here. Or pillaging or something, I don't know. Until he actually gets taken out, he'll keep building units. Frederick certainly came in and saved his bacon. And like, again, there's a ton of units in this city, so not likely to go down anytime soon. Oh, look, it's been knocked down from 121% to 113%. That Chichen Itza, again, Frederick is like the perfect meat shield for Gandhi. He's just sucking up all this, all these attacks. At least there's 4 trebuchets. That means this will be slightly faster, but still only like 10% per turn. Caesar's golden age has ended. So again, I do think Caesar will take this over eventually, but like by the time he's finished taking out Frederick, he's going to be so far behind Gandhi. Like so far behind Gandhi. He'll be ahead on the scoreboard, but he'll be absurdly behind in tech. All right, what's Gandhi's research rate now that he's out of a golden age? I mean, it's still 800 beacon. He's at 100% science because he's got that trine income. He makes 98 gold per turn at 0% science, and his expenses are only 104. So he's at like what, -6 gold per turn at 100% science. It's crazy. I mean, he's like triple anyone else in the game. It's not even close. I guess Hammurabi's the closest, but like Hammurabi's only barely ahead of Caesar. So, like we said, it's been the perfect game for Gandhi. Just everything, literally every single thing has broken his way that could have happened. I say that as someone kind of frustrated because I didn't pick Gandhi. I honestly don't think Gandhi was the right pick, even though it's worked out this way. Like I think if we do this game 10 times, Gandhi does not win as often as Caesar, but it sure looks like he's going to win this time. Can I look at a Gandhi city? Well, I mean, I said he was at like -6 gold per turn. I guess -13. Look at this capital. That's pretty crazy. Building the Kremlin. Look at those trade routes. Oh my God, those international trade routes. 7665. So 10,000 wonders. I know it says 400 turns to go legendary, but it'll be a lot less than that if he turns on the slider, or he could just look to go to space. I guess that's a possibility too. The game's not determined. It certainly is not determined. It just feels like Gandhi is very likely to win. He's in a very strong position. All right, 200 turns. So it's setting up for another big battle here over Frederick's capital. But like Frederick's, all those siege units are basically useless here. So I would expect this to be a successful attack. Although Caesar is attacking across the river like a moron. Now, did he actually attack or what? It looks like he attacked. Seriously enough. So a lot of units died on both sides. But I think that the Romans got the worst of that trade. I think in part because they were attacking across the river and they didn't clear out the last 30% defense. They could have just moved to this tile and here and not attacked across the river. That would have been smarter. Meanwhile, London is under siege. A very slow siege. And over here, Suleiman is still alive. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this attack looks like it has basically failed. Maybe not. But Freddy has just been cramming out those units.
For a young man killed in battle to lie mangled by the bronze spear. In his death, all things appear fair.
Look at a lot, very highly promoted Roman units. But yeah, they didn't have enough to get through on that attack. Like I said, Freddy, I do think loses this war, but it will take ages and ages to get through his territory. It's just going to be a very, very, very slow conquest, and um, if it's a slow conquest, it's just all to Gandhi's advantage. Caesar does have the... Why is Caesar researching Divine Right? That's silly. And yes, Gandhi is on rifles now. It's not like he has beeline rifles either. Gandhi does not have a high priority for them. But like, look, he researched up to democracy. He researched up to corporations. He researched communism and physics. And only now does he go for rifling, and he still doesn't have military tradition. But it just doesn't matter because there's no pressure on him. He's so far ahead. Like, he's just researching. Like, look at Caesar. He's an entire era behind. Elizabeth's the same way. Hammurabi's the closest. He has democracy, but you know he's not really close to this either. Like we said, it just the single biggest moment in this game was Caesar attacking Suleiman. It was the one thing he needed to avoid. Basically, any other action was what he needed to do. Attack Elizabeth is fine. Attack Frederick is fine. Attack Gandhi is even fine. I guess attacking Hammurabi would have been a disaster too because he's so far away. But he just could not attack his one natural ally. It's the one person he could not attack, and that's the one person he ended up attacking. As soon as that happened, the game was a likely win for Gandhi. Oh well, the game is still not over yet, so we will continue. It's hard to see Gandhi losing from this position. As Freddy continues to push wonders. Caesar lost a lot of units. He's healing them up now. He is still attacking across the river for no clear reason. 16 units. But like Frederick's got so many units in here. Like Freddy's just one turning knights every turn. He's just pushing out a knight. I believe he's in police state, and I think that's part of the reason what's helping him. No, he's not in police state. I thought maybe he was. He's still in useless universal suffrage. By the way, we still have not had a single leader die yet. We have 0 kill. 0 leaders are dead in this game right now. Like, Liz is very weak and Suleiman's very weak, but until they actually get eliminated from the game, no one has actually been first to die. We're 200 turns in. I mean, this is close here. With the Grenadiers, maybe that finally swings things in Caesar's favor because he's upgraded some Praetorians into Grenadiers. I don't know though. He's really struggling to take the capital here. Really struggling. It's not on a hill tile either, which is somewhat surprising. London is like just holding out with these handful of knights at low HP. And no one's attacked Suleiman since Frederick started the war. Still hanging in there. Frederick's also on chemistry. I'd say who is Gandhi going to attack? But Gandhi is so peaceful. He won't declare it please, so Gandhi won't attack anyone. 21 units. There's probably enough defenders that this city's not falling. I mean, maybe if these other stacks get up here. But like, there's still a lot of defenders in this city. Like, a lot of defenders. It just feels like we're at stalemate in this game. Like, we're just at a stalemate. All these wars going on. No one can punch through and win a war. And Gandhi just runs away with the game. It's just kind of what this feels like. Caesar could easily wipe out Suleiman, but he's just not attacking him. That said, eventually Caesar will get rifles, or Frederick will get rifles, or Hammurabi will get rifles, and then that would probably cause them to win their respective wars. But just every war is so protracted right now. Because it's like we're in this era that's super defensive in nature. Where like no one has cannons to take down walls, and they have to just take ages trying to remove castle defenses, and it's just the wars go on forever, and no one seems to be pushing for rifling. Like Caesar could have pushed for rifling, instead he pushed for he pushed for military science. So he does have the Grenadiers, but they're not quite as strong. He's going for military tradition now, which will help, but like you can see his tech rate is slow, and then he'll probably go for rifling after that. But I mean, he's a good 30, 35 turns from rifling, if that, if not sooner. I mean, Gandhi's, you know, on electricity tech right now, so even if Gandhi completely ignores culture, like this attack just has not worked. It's just been stalled out here at Berlin. Frederick is strong enough that he is not getting run over, and with defender's advantage, he's been holding. Like Caesar's lost a ridiculous number of units, and he just has not been able to break through. Can you see when Gandhi got rifling tech? I mean, I guess Caesar is slowly winning his war, but it's not going fast, that's for sure. It's been super protracted. And now he's starting to get a lot of war. I mean, look at this war weariness. Like, seriously, look how much this is hurting Caesar. Emancipation unhappiness, 7 unhappy faces for war weariness because he's lost 10,000 units in this war. Really hurting him a lot. 8 war weariness in Rome. Like, this war with Frederick is just torpedoed. The attack by Frederick just completely torpedoed Caesar's game. I don't know how to put it in better words than that. It completely destroyed his game. That and obviously choosing to attack Suleiman, which was a horrible mistake. So the gunpowder units don't interact with the castles, but they do interact with the underlying cultural defenses. So that's kind of how it works. They ignore the wall castle, but they interact with the underlying culture. I mean, I guess technically there's still a war going on. I mean, like, there is still technically a war going on between Hammurabi and Elizabeth, but that has gone, like, nowhere the entire time. And Suleiman is also still in a war. Caesar and, I guess, well, one of his cities, I guess, flipped away, right? He lost one of his cities. Samson apparently was either gifted or flipped away to Gandhi, because that's an Indian city now. So there's only one city left from Suleiman. Just the one city. But he's still alive. Could you get a look at the tundra below Rome? Well, it looks like Gandhi settled a lot of that. I mean, he settled this, and then he just slowly pushed west and settled all of the tundra down here, because all the other leaders were at war. Again, it's just the perfect Gandhi game. No, there's no not enough Gandhi culture on this tile to flip the city. And with the Ottoman units, there'll always be 10,000 Ottoman units in this city. They got a revolt in this city, though. Man, poor Caesar. This is just sad the way this game is broken down. I guess it's funny if you picked Gandhi, but it's just kind of sad. The way Gandhi has just, I don't know, had literally everything go his way. Size 14 ice city, yeah. Well, I mean, it's got seafood, and that's all you need. 1 fish resource, and you're good. Just work all the water tiles. You did a nice job here building the water mills on these ice tiles to get something out of them. 32 beakers per turn from this. I don't know. This is just kind of a sad game, honestly. So like we have yet another attack here. Elizabeth made peace with Hammurabi. Okay. So that ended up going nowhere. Elizabeth lost 1 city. Is she still at war with Suleiman? She is still at war with God. That war that started on like turn 75 is still going on. Sure wrecked everybody else's game. I guess what I find funny is different than what other people find funny. So this siege that's been going on forever is still ongoing. He said, I don't know, maybe Grenadiers are strong enough to punch through against medieval units, because it is all medieval units here. It doesn't help that Caesar continues to attack across the river. The 25% penalty for river attack in every single one of these attacks. Well, he got the defenses down to 0, so if he was going to attack, this would be the turn to do it. Alright, well I'm seeing an axe as the top defender, so it looks like some units were killed in there. Maybe not. It's just hard to know sometimes. Well, I guess there's still 25 attackers. Oh, well. Looks like that attack finally succeeded. Kandi's on radio. This is pretty crazy. Kandi literally on radio tech at this point. I guess Elizabeth is finally going to come down here and try to take out Suleiman, who still has the one city. Let's see. Yeah, so Frederick got annihilated there in that particular attack. I mean, GMP is very one-sided. I think Gandhi's actually has the most land area too. Yeah, Gandhi actually has the most land area in this game. Varanasi is his third city. I mean, he's still looking. I mean, if he turns on the slider, he'll have decent odds at a cultural victory. No, I mean, I think this was gonna. I always thought this would be a short game because either it would be a conquest short game or it would be like a short spaceship cultural victory. One of the two. I mean, it could still be wrong, but there's a reason why I picked this to be a short game. Caesar goes police state. It's a smart call for him because he needs it for the war weariness. His war weariness is terrible, so adopting police state legitimately helps out with that because it cuts war weariness by 50%. I mean, the war weariness is absolutely destroying him. Can we see how much he has relative to him? 448. Yeah, it's a lot of points of war weariness. Like, it's so bad, some of his core cities are on the verge of starvation. He also needs to get an emancipation, too. But, like, his research rate is really collapsed. We have to wait until he's out of anarchy to see it, but it's not good. 222. I mean, Gandhi's at 800. Even Elizabeth's at better rate. Of course, Frederick's no better, but Hammurabi's research has emerged as a decent amount now that he's out of war. Gandhi's on that. You know, this could be interesting, though. Gandhi mass media. What would happen if he builds the UN? Kind of curious. Who would his opponent be? Who has the second most population? Probably Caesar? Yeah, it'd be Caesar. I don't even know how that would shake out if he... Like, would someone vote for Gandhi? Do people like him enough? I mean, there's a lot of pleas, but I don't know if anyone's high enough to actually vote for him in the UN. Caesar, I don't think is popular enough to draw any votes, no. I mean, Suleiman would vote against... Well, Frederick and Suleiman might vote against Caesar just because they hate Caesar so much. They might vote for Gandhi. Maybe he could get over the diplomatic threshold. Maybe. Well, it'll be interesting if we do have a UN vote. So anyway, Elizabeth is coming down here now to presumably finish off Suleiman from their war that's still going on. This absurd war. This city will almost certainly go to Gandhi anyway because his culture is ridiculous. Just like York is now probably mostly Indian, yeah. His culture is really crazy. Are we going to finally see the end of Suleiman here? Not on that turn. Actually, looks like the English attacked and didn't have a lot of success. Oh, they did. So that's it. Our first to die is Suleiman after an incredibly long delay. I don't think a lot of people had him as first to die. I'm sure some people did, though. All right, well, let's put it in the spreadsheet. First to die. Or, whoops, I need to count up this. 125, so 25 people. So like 10% had him as first to die. So some people did. All right, this is turn 228. And of all people, Elizabeth is the one who got the kill. Certainly didn't see Elizabeth being the one to get that kill. But she did land the kill. Alright. And we go onwards. Like some people did. Elizabeth does not look like she's going to finish second. Looks like Gandhi's going to finish first and probably Caesar second. We'll see. So the Roman armies are on the march again. And I think that I think that by taking the capital, they kind of broke the back of Frederick. So like if this had happened 50 turns earlier, Caesar might have a shot, but like by now Gandhi's so far ahead, I don't see how Caesar can catch up. I really don't see it. Gandhi is just so far ahead of everyone else. Did he turn on the culture slider? But no, still researching biology, just an expensive tech. He is building the UN. Also building Eiffel Tower. It'll be interesting to see if he goes for space or culture. He tends to go for culture. I don't think the time is going to be that much different, though, if he turns the slider on. We should also look at the people who are not engaged in a war right now to see. So, like, Hammurabi, cautious against Caesar, pleased with everyone else. So he can only declare on Caesar great. Again, the net effect of Caesar from having only one other low peace weight leader in this game, and then that being the one he attacked, just the one thing he needed to do. Gandhi -1, but still pleased. Crazy. Liz, well, interesting that Liz hates Hammurabi because he attacked her. He actually, though, still likes her because of civics. What's his favorite civic? He loves bureaucracy. Okay. Most people are running bureaucracy right now. Caesar apparently likes representation, but is wise enough not to run it when he's dying from war weariness. Do I think it would be a better point system if the person who actually won the war got the point? No, because that's really subjective. And I don't want to have a subjective scoring goal. Because who really won the war is extremely subjective. The last hit honestly seems to work well enough for the most part. And remember, winning a game is 5 points. A kill is only 1 point. So most of the points come from winning games overall. Unless you really stack up a lot of kills. Like Caesar has 11 kills in past seasons, but he has the most of anyone. Gandhi's steam power. So yeah, just kind of waiting for Caesar to finish cutting through all these cities. Boy, he shows a lot of grenadiers, doesn't he? So many purple grenadiers on the map. God, he's probably going to get another shrine with that profit. It just takes, again, forever to cut through the defenses of these cities, although at least Chichen Itza is no longer in play. Like, this is with 4 trebuchets hitting the city each turn. So that's, again, as soon as I saw Frederick attacking, I was like, yeah, this is going to happen. Caesar will probably take him out, but it's going to take so long that the game will be over by the time he's finished, and that's kind of what's happening. So, like, Frankfurt gets taken over. Caesar is conquering him, but it's just taking a really long time. It's just taking way too long. Again, Gandhi will have won the game by the time Caesar's done with it. I mean, not won the game, but like the competitive portion of the game will be done. Gandhi will be on tanks by the time that Caesar's done here with Frederick. And that city did end up going to India anyway. Like all these, Gandhi's cultures is so strong, even these cities that he's not capturing are being given to him. Like this isn't, and he tossed this new city down here anyway. Could Frederick survive long enough? Sure, it's possible. All it would take is Caesar signing peace with him. Or Caesar getting attacked by somebody else. I don't know why you'd really want to see Frederick in the wildcard game. He's a very boring AI, but sure, it could happen. But now Frederick is fallen to the point where he can't really compete in the war. He's too weak now. Helps that Caesar also has the cuirassiers. He has no siege units here, so he probably will just attack. Frederick does have cannons, but Freddy is not going down the rifling path, which is what he would need to do. So, like, this attack was launched without taking down the defenses. Redlined a lot of units. Probably has enough to finish things off here on this next turn. Yep. So, pace of conquest is speeding up a bit. The capital, as usual, was the tipping point, it looks like. How bad is that war weariness? +4, and that's with war weariness cut in half. So yeah, not too much of Germany left now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. So, like we said, should get faster because Frederick loses his ability to produce more units as he loses cities. So, but that war was stalemated for a very long time. Caesar is going for rifling now. Hammurabi already has it. Hammurabi has not been able to break out of this corner of the map. He's kind of been stuck here the whole game. What did he have? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities. I mean, he's done well enough with what he had, but again, in order to become a real strong power, you generally have to take over territory or be Gandhi and have culture that's strong enough that you take over territory anyway. Because like this was an Ottoman city, this was a new city, this is an Ottoman city. This city is almost certainly going to flip at some point. He has gotten all the cities in the deep south, just picked up a ton of territory without ever fighting. Which I mean, I guess that's his strategy, right? Is he's just going to push culture like crazy. He's never going to fight. And he's just going to tech and push culture. It doesn't work a lot of the time, but this is a game where it looks like it's worked. Well, his traits. Okay, so it's not his traits; it's his AI build emphasis. His AI build emphasis just doesn't build units like at all. He rarely builds units. So what he does is he just pushes infrastructure like crazy. Like he will build all the buildings, and he won't waste time. Like he will not waste time slamming units of classical age units into walls. Like he just won't do it. So that helps him a lot. And he's going to build every temple, and he's going to build a gazillion missionaries, and he's going to get ahead that way. So I hope that makes sense. It's not his traits; it's his AI build emphasis that makes the difference. Caesar attacked here; it didn't really work. He killed a few defenders, but he's going to need this stack. He is lucky that he does not have any siege units, because that way they'll just capture the city instead of spending 15 turns capturing the city. Frederick got a random cannon running around. Over here, he has an actual siege going on, which is probably smart because this is a better defended city. I got another stack coming on. Oh, so got the UN. So let's look at the Diplo for the UN once again. Or what is it, glance, how everybody feels about each other. So I think that this will probably be split. Liz is friendly with Gandhi, so she might vote for him. The thing to keep watch is, would Frederick also vote against Caesar? Now, he will in the Secretary General, but the question is if there's a Diplo victory. He might vote for Gandhi just because he hates Caesar so much. But Frederick is losing population. We can also look to see, does Caesar have enough just to block an election, period? He does not. He only has 32%, and that is not enough to block a Gandhi victory. But I don't think Hammurabi will vote for Gandhi, and I think Gandhi would need those votes to get over the top. So I don't think Diplo happens. Oh no, did he bring a... So yeah, he'll win Secretary General, that's clear. Nobody else voted for Caesar. But I don't think he has enough to win Diplo, is the thing. Alright, so Cologne falls. Again, we're seeing Germany fall, but oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted settler. Nice that the settlers take exactly 50 turns to research, to build, so we get like nice stopping points every 50 turns. Alright, so world builder, reveal tiles. Gandhi's on assembly line. I wonder if he'll go for culture or not. If he turns up the slider, he'll win pretty quickly by culture. It's like, imagine all that, like, what's his commerce here? 110, so like add another 80 base culture to this. And then run it through all those modifiers. Yeah, he would like basically double his cultural output here if he turned on the slider. So it would go from 80 turns down to like 45 turns if he turned on the slider. Or something like that. Like he could win in as little as 40 turns if he turns on the slider. Gandhi just went to free religion. It's still not nearly enough for Hammurabi to vote for him. So we can, pop into the bar graphs here, but I think we know what they're going to show. Gandhi's extremely far ahead in GNP. A lot of it's culture, but he's way ahead in research. Production, Caesar's right there with him in production, but he's right there in food too. If you look at the longer bar graph, Caesar, this is where, like, Caesar was way ahead, and he was looking good, and then this is right about when he got attacked by Frederick, and then that just dragged his game down. But you can see that in terms of power, Freddy is just basically dead now. And in culture, I mean, it's about what you'd expect. Beakers, Caesar has not really improved his research rate in the last 50 turns. Gandhi's at 1,000, although Gandhi's research rate has not gone up by as much as I thought. Freddy's dying. Gandhi has not really pushed above 1,000 beakers per turn, which is a little surprising. I thought he'd be up by like 1,500 by now. Maybe it's because he's been building so many wonders. Christo, rock and roll, Hollywood. I don't know. Maybe he's waiting to build all those wonders and then he'll switch over to building research. But Caesar does have the most territory. It's just like, again, I said this before, by the time he's on rifling, Gandhi will be on assembly line, and that's pretty much what happened. So we're seeing Frederick get rolled up, but it's just like too late in the game now. Because Gandhi's been unleashed as he builds Christo. I mean, it'll be interesting if we see a Diplo victory vote or not. And Hollywood. Free religion. Okay, that's... it could be significant because Caesar's in a religion that no one else is practicing. This will almost certainly get voted through. Succeeds. Apparently Caesar didn't want it to, but it did succeed. So he'll be in free religion now. Let's see what that did to everybody's relations. All right. Caesar actually does not like Gandhi very much. Would he be suicide enough to attack him? That would be one way Caesar would not make it to the next round, is if he was dumb enough to attack. We'll see. Gandhi is still pleased with everyone, so will not fight. Caesar could attack Liz, because he will declare it pleased. So he could still attack anyone. Freddy's dying. Hammurabi apparently does not declare it pleased. Liz does declare it pleased, so she would probably attack Hammurabi, but I don't know if she'd be suicidal enough to do that, because she is very far behind in tech now. I don't know, we'll see. I guess she's not that far. She does have military tradition. I don't know. Oh, does Caesar have trebuchets here? Well, that's going to slow down his attack if he waits for the walls to come down. Oh well, sooner or later he'll attack and take that city. Have you noticed that Caesar has not signed a single peace treaty the entire game? He never signed one with the Ottomans, and he never signed one over here. Also, even if Caesar conquered everyone else, he would not have enough to win by domination. He would have to take territory from Gandhi. Gandhi has too much land area. I guess he technically is slightly short, but his borders would expand, like, you know, if Babylon were conquered, his borders would push way out here, so it doesn't seem like domination's too likely. Even though Caesar's still in good shape in this game. By the way, what's Caesar doing? Is he upgrading units? Oh, you know what? He turned off science because he wanted to upgrade to rifles. That's why. I was like, why did his research rate drop to 13 from steam power? That's why. Yeah, again, if he had just done this, like, if he had been able to do this 50 turns earlier, he'd be able to challenge Gandhi, but as I've been saying, I think it would take too long. It's just the Frederick's war. Frederick hitting him when he did just dragged things out by a lot. Alright, free speech, kind of irrelevant. Caesar's upgrading a ton of his units to rifles now. Alright. Failed, actually. I shouldn't have clicked through that so fast. Did someone defy? Caesar didn't defy that, did he? No. Although Caesar's economy will improve a lot when he finally gets out from under his crippling war weariness. But Frederick not having rifles means he's very, very dead to Caesar's cavalry. Very dead. Interesting that Caesar has been keeping pace with Hammurabi and tech, even though they've taken very different paths through this game. They've ended up at roughly the same place from a tech perspective. And Gandhi's on artillery. Freddy defied. Really? He was the one who defied? Oh, yeah. Okay. If you really don't want to be in free speech that badly, where are the units at, Caesar? What's going on? Environmentalism. Gandhi really pushing those civics resolutions, isn't he? All right, there's like no units here. Where's the attack? All right, environmentalism succeeds. Great. Very few actual war declarations in this game. Lengthy, long wars, but few war declarations. All right. Well, that's that. Frederick trolled Caesar pretty hard in this game. But ultimately got the fate we were expecting, just in the wrong order for so many of us. Turn 269. Caesar, why couldn't you have just attacked Frederick first? This game would have been completely different. Oh well. Things don't always work out the way we want them to, do they? All right. So Frederick, turn 269. All right. Out of the game. Caesar gets a kill, adding to his survivor leading overall